As we discussed in the previous lecture, we will be using Unity to make our AR and VR experiences. On my screen, you can see the latest version of your Unity Hub installed. On the left hand side, you can see the various tabs. We are currently on the Projects tab, where you can see the various projects that I have been working in Unity in the past. Next is the Learn tab. Here you can access the various tutorials that have been created in Unity. Students are requested to go through these tutorials whenever time permits to get acquainted to more features in Unity. Next is the Community tab. Here you can access the various blogs and forums in Unity. These blogs and forums are very useful to help in troubleshooting and learning about the features launched in Unity. The final tab is the Installs tab. Here you can see the various versions of Unity that are currently installed on my system. For our present development, we will be using the latest 2020 version of Unity. Another thing to notice here is the Android support and the iOS support. These modules, you can see it on the screen. These will be very important as the VR experience and the AR experience we develop will be directly translated as apps on the cell phone. Let's start by creating a new project. Click on New and give a name class 1. On the left hand side, you will see the 2D and the 2D and the 3D and the various templates. For our purpose, you will be using the 3D template. Let's click on Create. It takes some time. It takes some time to load the various packages. As you can see, it's initializing the package manager and it's starting the various packages that Unity requires for running the 3D templates on our system. The screen that Next, we look at the animation. The animation is basically when you have to create animation clips. It helps you to create various animation clips also. We'll be looking at these animation clips because they are very useful in creating experiences. You can create 3D animations, you can do a lot of things. You can create a recurring animation that is required in your experience. So this is all that we'll be looking at definitely when you actually start working in your experiences. Another thing that you can look at over here is, as you saw the scene, the game, the animator, which is again used for animation, you'll see the play button over here. So the play button is used whenever you have to play an experience. For example, if I click on the play button now, it just shows me the cube. But whenever if you have an experience going on, it will run that experience. So it's like playing the game. So your game is started with this play button. Similarly, you have the pause menu and the next frame menu. The pause menu is used to pause an experience, and the next frame is something that we learn when we actually start developing the experience. Next, you look at these various options that you can see in the top menu. Let's look at the assets where you can import packages, you can create new packages, game objects, the way you saw using the plus menu over here. The same can be done using the game objects. The components part where you are adding components, you can add the component either by over here or through over here. Window. Now, window is one of the most important things because it gives you direct access to some of the tools that are present in Unity. One of the most important thing I would request you to look at is the asset store. So if I click on the asset store, in the current version, what has happened is the asset store has moved online. But till the previous versions before 2020, the asset store used to come over here. So I'll just click on search online. To give you a brief background about asset storage, many people create these assets in Unity, such as sounds, game objects, and various things, which are very useful for people who want to develop these similar kind of things. So if you want to develop, see, a mountain, you can get the textures, the trees, all from over here. There are some free assets as well as there are some paid assets, which are very useful for a person or a student who is actually learning Unity. So I request students to definitely visit this Unity store, asset store, and look at all the free assets as well as the paid assets because they will help you create your experience. So I request you to definitely go through all these things. So let's summarize what we looked at. We looked at the hierarchy menu. We looked at the scene where the entire scene is being created. So this is like the place where all your objects are created. The game where your game objects are played, where the VR experience is played. So when you click on the play button, this is where your objects or your experiences actually played. You looked at the inspector menu, which is basically all the properties that you look for in the menu. You looked at the project menu where you can create materials, you can create scenes, prefabs, you can do a lot more things with the scripts, all these things. The console menu, whether you see the output of your script if you have attached it to a game object. This is again a very important thing to see because it will help you debug any of your experiences. The animation where it just helps you to actually create animations or recurring animations which you can use in your experience. In the next lecture, we will start by developing a simple game which will be useful in getting acquainted in Unity. Thank you very much.